What? Wait, I don't think they're ready for this.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, look nice.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, nice.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking nice, we don't need to tell them
Here
twice.
comes the future.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking real nice, we don't need to tell them twice.
Here comes the future.
The Isuzu Youth A-League men's season continues. 3rd versus 8th after 2 matches and plenty to play for from Wynn Stadium in Wollongong. The temporary but increasingly long-serving home of Wellington Phoenix. Undefeated with a win and a draw so far this term. They take on a Western Sydney Wanderers side. Winless but also undefeated after 2 draws to start their campaign. One in the derby against Sydney FC, another last week against the Jets, in which a slow start was not punished enough by the Jets, and in the end Western Sydney could easily have recorded that first win of the campaign. A different story for the Phoenix, who played out a 1-1 draw in their opening game in Newcastle against the Macca Bulls. Hooper, and just the one change from the side that defeated the Central Coast Mariners by 2-1 here at Wynn Stadium last weekend. Coming in for his first ever start, another academy graduate in the form of 19-year-old Benjamin Old. He replaces Josh Sotirio on the score sheet against the Central Coast Mariners, but rolled his ankle after netting the winner. He was touch and go until yesterday, not coming through that late fitness test for him, and for Ufuk-Talay not taking any risk. For the travelling side, and there you can see they will be cheered on by their vociferous and passionate travelling support. The Western Sydney Wanderers, 2 changes from them after going back-to-back with the same starting 11 the first 2 weeks of the campaign. In come Jack Rodwell in the middle of the park, the number 5, the England international, makes his first start since arriving on Australians' shores, and another does as well. The Japan Youth International, now 29 years of age, Keijiro Ogawa, who arrives from Yokohama, and he comes in for his first start. Dimi Petratos and Rami Nasharin are the 2 players that make way. They're equal second on the table, but for goals conceded in both. Ufuk-Talay wants a clean sheet as they look to extend an undefeated run of 13 matches, 7 wins and 6 draws that dates well back to last season. Last season they picked up just 1 point in their opening 8 matches before turning things around. And we are underway with Western Sydney Wanderers at Wynn Stadium, looking for their first win of the campaign after back-to-back draws. Andy Harper, they need to perform better than they did in the opening 45 minutes a week ago if they want that to happen.
Yeah, good evening, Robbie. They certainly do. It was a really good first half, thankfully for them. They were able to discover some form in that second half. Bag a point, consecutive draws to start the season. Quite what was, I'm sure, planned or hoped for. But it could have been worse. And credit to Carl Robinson, who's shown no fear at the selection table. Dropping a couple of big names. To bring in a couple of big names, let's face it. And Jack Rodwell shown plenty of class in his 2 cameos off the bench. Here he goes from the start. And Keijiro Ogawa. Last in the right of screen, and the number 11, Japanese player. They've almost been a 100% bankable commodity in the league since it started. Expecting plenty from him. Generally, way more energetic opening to this game from the Wanderers than last week. For Wellington, people should have learned by now that probably should expect more from them than they do, because they'll be a serious contender this year. Well put together, extremely well coached by Ufuk-Talay.
Have lost a couple of important figures in their squad this season. Mexican Davila, and of course the Israeli international Tomer Hemed, who finds himself Wanderer. Already on the score sheet. He fired briefly. The Wanderers in front against all odds last week against the Jets. They shouldn't have been in touch, really. They were. Thomas Hamed. Here are the Phoenix with Rufa. Clayton Lewis. There with that left foot, looking to match Jack Rodwell with the big switches of play, and then it fell to the right boot of David Ball. The shot wasn't caught cleanly and across the face of goal.
Torres hit it. Exactly what was required. David Ball had set up nicely for him.
15 minutes gone. It's been a fairly even contest so far. Rodwell's touch just gets away from him. Hesitated just a moment. Katrubis again with another nice ball, and Garkovic almost worked miracles in the middle of the park to get away with that. He doesn't for long. Piscopo's gone down, and the referee heads into the book. Yellow card, Aquilino.
He's got a lot of fouls committed against him. Piscopo. You can see this one again. My first reaction was that Aquilino got the ball pretty cleanly. Here's the scrap for midfield possession. There's a little bit of contact, I guess, slightly from behind.
Lewis. Standing over this one with the left boot. Cooper. Back again. Well, it's elaborate. Oh, and it almost came off. Perhaps not intentionally. Corner. The result for the Phoenix.
That nearly did come off. I'm not sure if that was exactly the plan. On the Harvey Norman replay, we'll see that it ends up with Lewis about 3 passes after he starts the free kick, and then fizz through the penalty area. Roofer at full stretch couldn't get on the end of the deflection.
Lewis again with that left boot near post. Bernie Abini's header. There's a Phoenix player who's ended up in the back of the net. Not the ball for the moment anyway. McGarry back in. Rhys Williams' header only as far as ball. That's well played, Hamed, who earns the free kick. That will give the Wanderers a little bit of breathing space.
That has been better from Tario Titus.
Foot in there from Hooper, who did well. Rhys Williams asking the question of the referee, were the studs showing too much? Aquilino has conceded a cheap corner here. Half an hour gone. Just those little lapses in concentration that can prove so costly.
A heavy touch from Aquilino, then a panic. All out for the corner.
Sides can barely be separated statistically. 49-51. The possession split. Both just either side of 150 passes as well. And it comes back post. Oh, Macca doesn't get there, surely! The ball bouncing around. The referee wants to have a look at it. And what's he decided here? The Phoenix can't believe it. Was there a Phoenix player involved in why Mejias dropped the ball? Or was it his own man?
Well, it's contact on the goalkeeper in the 6-yard box. Is that what they're deciding?
goal kick, and that was another opportunity for Phoenix right on the stroke of half-time to try and get that precious opening goal.
Yeah, they're causing more of the threats, aren't they, Robbie? Great run from Piscopo. Good shot in the end too. Ball again, just helping it over. Piscopo firing the shot just wide of the Wanderers' goal.
It's scoreless at the break at Wynn Stadium, but not for a want of trying, for a want of effort. And it's the home side, the Wellington Phoenix, who have just about shaded it. They're probably ahead on points. But after 45 minutes here at Wynn Stadium, it's Wellington Phoenix 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. It's the Phoenix that get us underway. They've had slightly the better of a very tight opening 45 minutes. Can they go on with it? Or will we see what we saw last weekend against the Jets, which is a Western Sydney Wanderers side that come back with renewed ambition, renewed endeavour and a better attitude and take the game to the Phoenix, and perhaps they will wrestle away their first victory of this new season.
Well, they're in a much better position to strike this week than last, which is great to see. They've created some good chances. They're still not at full tilt. You don't get the feeling they're the sum of their parts yet. I agree, Robbie, that it was the Wellington Phoenix that had the lion's share of the chances in the first half.
Time on his left foot, the shot is not a bad one from the youngster, making his first ever start, and encouraging signs again for the Phoenix.
Yeah, he's been very industrious on it. It's a good effort on goal. Lovely on the replay shows him cutting away from the support run. Carl just there, number 17. He backed himself onto that left foot. The angles his shot wide. The keeper never really threatened in the end. Good positive play from the youngster, but did have a good option out to his right.
Of the season, he had the highest successful pass rate of any player in the competition. Playing out from the back, he's got a cool head and wasn't happy with his first half performance last weekend, but he's back to his best here. The ball again. On a corner this time, has a yes, says the referee.
Outstanding. And the Wanderers have done that well so far.
Sucking in the deep breaths. David Ball, near post, headed by Ugarkovic. McGarry drives it in, and that's a fine save from Macca. The closest we've come to a goal on the stroke of 1 hour's play here at Wynn Stadium.
And that's the quality of McGarry's left foot. He didn't back it earlier in the half. He does on this occasion, and it's dipping, forcing some great work in the Wanderers' goal by the Spaniard, Tomas Mayas.
Beanie. That's his role in the centre of midfield there. Beanie's header. Oh, slow off the mark this time. Now has that crossed the line for Mohamed? He claims it has. The Wellington Phoenix break forward. And we'll have a look at that in a moment. It's a good square ball for Lewis. This could be very interesting indeed, because here's Piscopo. Runs himself into trouble. Lewis trying the little chip for goal. Now, let's stop. We're going to wait and see if that ball crossed the line. Mohamed, who scored twice against Western Sydney for the Phoenix last season, thinks he has the ball in the back of the net here.
I must say, I thought it was a goal.
It looked like it then, didn't it? Asking the question. Mohamed, he knew that he had the ball in the back of the net. And the former Phoenix star striker has now given Western Sydney the lead. Midway through the second half, the ball clearly crossing the line.
Well, the Phoenix feeling aggrieved. They've had a goal disallowed. Correctly so. The ball comes in here. Questions now on the Harvey Norman replay. Is Ollie Sale interfered with? No, it's not. He just makes a mess of it. Again, there's a question. Is Mohamed offside? Similar to the Wellington Phoenix suggestion. Who does that come off? And the officials, I think, will adjudicate it comes off Ollie Sale because he's playing at the ball. It puts Mohamed onside. Otherwise, a very similar deck of cards to shuffle for the match officials. Fan, I'll submit to the ritual, but what am I going to miss?
That's another thing that we often wonder, isn't it? Because you have to be committed, ultimate faith in your team on the pitch to not concede, but also not do anything that you're going to miss either. Throw of the dice. Throw of a chair from Clayton Lewis, who's not happy at coming off, perhaps frustrated as well with the way this game has gone so far more than anything. As Antonis tries to bend it, it's a good save that time from Ollie Sale, as Lewis makes way for Benjamin Wayne into the game. It's an attacking move, a forward for a midfielder for Phoenix with 10 minutes left to play, as Terry Antonis draws a fine save from Sale.
Yeah, just didn't quite close down Wellington. Look how deep they're dropping. Invited the shot.
Corner was taken quickly, and Hooper makes it Terry Antonis. 4 minutes of stoppage time. One has expired. 3 left for the Phoenix. There's the maths. Now, can they do it? It's a good ball into the area, and Callan Elliott just couldn't bring the ball down quickly enough.
Jeez, with a better touch there. He's been good tonight. He's been really good, with a better touch than he can embarrass from the pressure. Who just switched off, Remy, as the ball flew over his head. Seemed to lose his bearings or his concentration. Very, very grateful that the touch from Callan Elliott was not what was required. Let's see if they can do something from this corner, Wellington.
They have a poacher in the box in Hooper. Oh, and the keeper came and got nowhere near it. And now Ollie Sale, who came forward, is going to pay the price here, and it's Katrumbas, who's had a fantastic match, who charges upfield and puts the icing on the cake of this one. His first goal for the Western Sydney Wanderers sends the travelling support into rapture.
feel hard done by. They'll be looking at the scoreboard and wondering where this one became a 2-goal deficit. That's exactly what it is. Care of that breakaway goal and finished off by Johnny Katrumbas.
Here's Wayne, gets the touch back to Old. The youngster couldn't hit the target.
He's been good tonight. Just rushed that one in the end.
It's a steep learning curve when you're 18, 19 years of age. Your first start. Got through 95 minutes of hard toil.
Yeah, and the Wanderers scrambled really well. And even when they were being outplayed in this game, their back four was resolute. Bruce Williams is really proving to be, and unsurprisingly, he's a fantastic player. You're just never sure where players are at in their career injury-wise, but he's been brilliant in these 3 games to start the season. Bruce Williams.
And the Wanderers have their first win of the season. They have defeated the Wellington Phoenix here at Wynn Stadium. It's a first loss for the Phoenix in 13 matches of the Isuzu UTE A-League men. Tom Ahmed got the opening goal in the 67th minute, and then in stoppage time at the end of the match, Ollie Sale, who had a hand unfortunately in that first goal, was up looking for a spectacular equaliser. They left their goal open, and Johnny Katrumbas, who was superb at the back for the Wanderers, raced away uncontested to score the second. As it's finished at Wynn Stadium, Western Sydney Wanderers 2, Wellington Phoenix 0.